It was late in the evening when the city lights began to fade into a soft gold haze. The rain had stopped, leaving the air still and clear. The sound of dripping water echoed faintly through the quiet street where Long and Mei stood, facing each other, caught between words they could no longer say. For a long moment, neither of them moved. Mei's hair clung lightly to her face, a few strands glistening with rain. Long reached out, hesitating before gently tucking one behind her ear. His touch lingered longer than it should have, his fingers trembling slightly as if afraid that even the smallest motion might shatter what hung between them. "Why are you always so quiet?" she whispered, her voice almost lost to the night. "Because I'm afraid," he said softly. "Afraid that if I speak, I'll say too much." She smiled faintly, the kind of smile that hides more sorrow than joy. "Then don't say anything," she replied. "Just stay." The silence that followed was heavy, yet warm, the kind that doesn't need to be filled. They had both spent too long pretending to be strong, too long hiding behind screens, scripts, and expectations. But here, there were no cameras, no lights, no audience. Only the truth of two people who had finally run out of distance to keep between them. Long took a slow step forward. Mei didn't move. Her eyes glimmered in the dim light, holding everything, the pain, the longing, the unspoken love. When his hand found hers, their fingers intertwined naturally, as if they had always been meant to fit. He could feel her heartbeat through her skin, fast, uneven, alive. Then, without a word, he leaned in. The space between them vanished, and their lips met, soft, trembling, and sure. It wasn't a kiss of passion or desperation. It was a promise, a gentle confession that everything they had tried to hide was already known. The world seemed to pause around them. The breeze stilled. The night held its breath. Even the stars above seemed to fade quietly, as if giving them the sky for themselves. Mei's hand found the side of his face, her thumb brushing against his cheek. His eyes closed, his chest rising with the kind of peace that only truth can bring. The kiss deepened, not hurried, not desperate, but calm, tender, and full of years of waiting. When they finally pulled away, neither spoke. The silence between them was no longer heavy. It was gentle, like a soft lullaby after a storm. Long looked at her, his voice breaking softly. "So this is what home feels like." Mei smiled, tears glistening at the corner of her eyes. "Yes," she whispered. "This is home." The night carried their quiet laughter, their soft breaths mingling with the scent of rain and blooming jasmine. There were no witnesses, no noise, only the echo of a moment that would live far longer than words. For years, they had lived between screens and secrets. But tonight, under the dim light and fading rain, they found something real. A kiss that wasn't for fame, not for a story, but for love, pure, patient, and eternal.